September 23rd is when it went down. When it went down. Like, this is when it went down. Hey girl, I said hey girls. Hey loves, it's your girl Siobhan. If you don't know, now you do. Okay, I am back. I'm being more consistent. Yeah, today is Wednesday, January 31st. Tomorrow is Thursday, February 1st. Yeah. My birthday is coming even faster, y'all. Like, with my twin, we be vibing. But now I came on here because we have a story time. I have not did a story time in mad long, so I think it's time for a story time. Like, let's get it in. I love my story times because one thing about my story times, they be real. And if you know me, I bring nothing but the facts. Nothing but the facts, honey. Can't tell me nothing. Because, baby, I come with receipts every time. Well, if I could come with receipts, I'm going to come with receipts. But this story time is real juicy. So when I say, y'all better go get y'all and y'all drink and sit down, honey. Sit down for this one. Because why they playing with me? You feel me? Why they playing with your girl? Like, one thing about me, don't play with me. Don't play in my face. Because, yeah, you already know the vibes. But anyway, y'all, this story time is about how my baby father and my neighbor was sneaking around my back. Yeah. Sneaking around my back. Like, if I'm a dummy, like, if I'm a fool, like, if I wasn't going to find out. One thing about me, what was done in the dark, what's the word? Always come to the light, honey. Always come to the light. Like, always. Like, it don't matter. Always come to the light. But, so, I brought y'all some receipts today. We got the receipts. It's 9:09 and 9. We got the receipts on the phone, honey. I was like, let me screenshot this so that way I could post it up and y'all can see the screenshots. So I'm going to read it out, but y'all can see the screenshots. So let me tell y'all how it all led up to how it led up. And then I'm going to pull them. I'm going to pull the receipts, honey. Y'all already know I'm going to pull the receipts. So let me tell you what happened. So, hold on, I gotta get comfy. I gotta get comfy. Cause it's not funny, but it's September. It's been 5 months since this had happened or whatever. But yeah, let me tell you what happened. So at the time, so this happened 5 months ago, back in September, of 2023. Yeah, so, me and my baby daddy, we was not really on good terms. Like, we was arguing, fighting, all of that. Like, we was not on good terms at all. Like, we was just going through a bunch of problems and shit or whatever. And we was just going through a lot of shit. So me and him, like, I wouldn't say we hated each other, but we just was like at each other's throats back to back. Like, it was like constant back to back, back to back, back to back. So I guess y'all know I do hair, like I braid. So at the time, I guess my baby father needed his hair done, and I, of course, was not finna do his hair because we not on good terms. I'm not fucking you. I'm not doing none of that. So it's no reason for me to be doing your hair. Like, go find another to do your hair. You feel me? So, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. At the time, I was like talking to people too. Like, I was like, texting people off, like little dating websites and dating apps and stuff like that. Like to kind of like get my mind off my baby father, even though like, I I low-key, like, I still loved him, but it was like, the simple fact, like, we're not on good terms. So I was trying to, you know, talk to other people to try to get my mind off of him. Because, like, I don't want to think about you. Like, yeah, you the father of my kids, but I don't want to think about you. For me. So I guess he ended up downloading some app called POF or Tag. No, it was Tag. It was Tagged. I remember some dating app called Tag. So I didn't know he downloaded because at the time I wasn't going through his phone. Like we still lived together, but I wasn't going through his phone because that's whatever you do is none of my concern no more because we're not together. You feel me? So so I'm not gonna lie, I was like doing my own little thing, like I said. And mind you, my neighbor, she stayed right next door to me. My neighbor stayed right next door to me. Out at like when I first moved next door to her, I wasn't talking to her because I didn't know her. You feel me? Like I didn't really know her or whatever. But I guess my baby father knew her, like not really knew her, but like my baby father and her had like little mini conversations because like when me and him would argue or fight, he would go outside to go sit on the steps and stuff, and like she would be like, she'll come out or she'll probably just be getting home. She'll be like, "Oh, you okay?" You know how them older to be like, "Oh, you okay?" And I guess he'll vent to her like, "Yeah, my baby mama did this, said this, man, my feelings about this, And I guess she was telling him like, "Oh, it's gonna be okay. You know, if you don't like this, that, and the third, you know, change, like move or don't be with her no more," or whatever the case is. So I guess that happened multiple times. Like she was trying to like be like a shoulder to cry on type shit. Like, "Oh, I'm here if you need somebody to talk to," type shit. But my whole thing about the situation is, lady, you got your own men to think about. Like, why are you trying to talk to my baby daddy? I don't give a fuck if the nigga was crying on the floor, bleeding out. Like, go in your crib and mind your business. Like, you feel me? So eventually one day me and him was like really arguing and it spilled out into the hallway. So she was standing out there in the hall, whatever like that. So I'm not gonna lie, I started blurting stuff out to her because at this point I'm mad. I want somebody to hear me. You feel me? So I'm blurting stuff out like, "Yeah, this nigga ain't shit. Just going ham. She like, "Yeah, girl, because you know how these dudes be. So then from that point on, every time I'll see her, I'll be like, "Oh, hey, you know, I'll speak." Because I'm like, okay, like the other day I was, you know, so I'll speak or whatever. So it then became like she'll come over and be like, "Oh, you got sugar," or you, like just like little mini conversations or whatever I'll have with her or whatever. So then I'll tell her about my baby father, like, "You know, girl, he been getting on my nerves. We've been arguing, whatever. Mind you, I'm grown, so I should know that you can't be venting about your man. It don't matter. You cannot be venting about your man because they're gonna want to taste it or try it for themselves. You feel me? And I should have known this from when my mom told me back way then. You feel me? But I wasn't thinking about that because I'm like, this won't try me because they already know. Like, I'm from New York and I'll beat you up. Like, stop playing with me. You feel me? So, but I should have known. I would try you regardless. Like, well, don't care. Like, you feel me? And this is Georgia, so they don't really care. They're gonna be fuck on whoever they want to fuck on type shit. You feel me? So, mind you, this one particular night, right? No, I'm lying. Let me back up. So, I was cooking one night, and mind you, I was on the phone with some nigga or whatever. I ain't gonna front. I was on the phone with some nigga just chopping it up with the nigga or whatever. So, and I don't know where my baby daddy was. Who knows? But, so I'm chopping up with the nigga, like, you know, just talking to him, regular conversation type shit. And I realized I didn't have no flour for my chicken. So I'm like, okay, me and my neighbor's kind of tired. Let me go ask her if she got some flour. So I text her phone and was like, "Hey, do you happen to have like a little bit of flour so I cook my chicken or whatever?" She like, "Oh yeah, come next door." So I'm like, okay, you know, I'm gonna come next door to get this flour so I can finish cooking the chicken for my kids or whatever. So I go over there. Mind you, the nigga, whoever I'm on the phone with, the nigga's still on the phone type shit. I'm like, hold on, because I need this flour. So I'm on the phone and I'm like, yo, hold on. So I'm talking to her. I'm like, "Oh, you know, I'm getting a flour whatever from her." So me and her chatting. I said, I realized she was on the phone too. So me, I struck the blue card. So anybody know me, I'm funny. So I was like, oh girl, who you on the phone with, your man? And she was like, some dude I met on Tag or whatever. So I'm like, okay, like, I wasn't really thinking none of it because, it's a dating website. You gonna meet a bunch of niggas on there. You feel me? Like, so you might find a few tricks. Who knows? But, so yeah, she like, oh, who you on the phone with? So I'm like, girl, some nigga, I type shit. You feel me? Like, type shit, like, So she like, okay, I see. So then she asked me, she was like, oh, where your baby father? So I'm like, my baby father was at work, my bad. So I was like, oh yeah, my baby father at work. She said, oh, I didn't know he had a job. Meanwhile, that low-key dinged in my head because I'm like, bro, you do know he got a job, bro, because the other day we was arguing. I told you he had a job. So like, I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, I was like, yeah, he do got a job, whatever the case may be. And she like, okay. So we started like talking for like 10 minutes. So I told the nigga I was on the phone, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna call you back. Cause I'm on the phone, whatever me and her talking about don't got nothing to do with him. For me, because I don't really know this nigga, for me type shit. So we chopping it up. Then she goes to tell me, oh girl, I didn't tell you. I forgot to tell you when I seen you the other day. But your baby father was trying to talk to my cousin. So I'm not gonna lie, like, I wasn't mad, but I was on some like what? Like, my baby daddy tried to talk to your cousin? Like, you sure my baby father tried to talk to your cousin? Because one thing I know for sure, like, me and my baby father got this thing where, like, we don't do nothing close to home. Like, if you're gonna cheat, you're gonna do whatever you do, or, even if we're not together, granted, if you go out to go try to talk to somebody, don't talk to nobody close to home. Like, you feel me? Or close to where I stay at. Like, my screws is not all the way screwed in up here, because even though we're not together or whatever the case may be, I boo-boo the fool. Like, I will still wreck shit. Like, I will still put my foot on bitches' necks. Like, what? So I was like, so I asked her, I'm like, oh, okay, like, who your cousin? Mind you, I had seen a girl come out her house like 2 days prior to that day. And the girl, mind you, the girl said, oh, hey, how you doing? Or I think she said something to my kid, like, oh, hey, how you doing, princess? Or something like that. But I didn't say shit to the girl because I don't know you. For me, so I'm not going to say nothing to you. I don't know you. You just came out this bitch house. I don't know you. So I'm not going to speak. I'm not no friendly ass. For me. So what happened? So then I'm like, okay, like, he tried to talk to your cousin or whatever. I'm like, okay, she was like, yeah. He tried to talk to my cousin. He had went up to my cousin, my cousin car, whatever, and tried to get her number or whatever. So I'm like, oh, word? So I'm not gonna lie, like, that low-key, like, I care, but I didn't care. Like, I didn't care, but I cared. Like, for me. So when my baby daddy got home from work that night, I asked him, I'm like, did you try to talk to the neighbor's cousin? And he was like, yo, when I said, he was like, no, who the fuck is her cousin? I don't be talking to nobody. I'll go to work and come home. That's it. Blase, blah, blah, blah. Right? So in my head, I'm like, okay, like, nigga, you sound like you lying. Because if a nigga keep, first of all, I feel like if a nigga keep egging stuff on and egging stuff on and egging stuff on, not really egging stuff on, but like, he get angry. When a nigga get angry about something, and then the conversation stops and he keep talking about it, that means that it's true. Like, if you say you didn't talk to her cousin, right? And we stopped talking about it for at least 15 minutes, and you come back to bring it up again, my nigga, you're guilty. Your Honor, he's guilty. Correct? Like, what? So I'm like, okay. So I told him, I'm like, why you keep talking about it? Like, it's over. That was 15 minutes ago. Like, you keep talking about it. He like, nah, because that lying on me. Da da da. He said, when I see that, I'm gonna bring it up to her. So I said, okay, cool, because I wasn't stressing it, because if you bring it up to her, she's gonna tell you she did tell me, and if she don't tell you that, I'm in her neck, because now you're being messy. Now you really stirring shit up type shit. So, yeah. So after she told me that or whatever, of course I told him, like I said. So I didn't hear nothing back from her after that. Like, we didn't speak for like a whole week. I didn't hear from her. I didn't see her, nothing. So down, y'all. So let me tell y'all what happened before I read these screenshots. So September 23rd. Yeah, September 23rd. I guess my baby daddy ended up getting drunk and was sitting outside on, because in my complex we have two steps. We have one by my apartments and we have one on the other side. So he was sitting on the steps with his homeboy on her side or whatever. So I guess they was being real loud and belligerent. So from what she told me is that she heard him yelling and screaming, whatever the case may be, to his friends. And she came out the door and was like, hey, can you keep it down? And he was like, bitch, yeah, I got a bone to pick with you too. Why you went back and told my baby mother I was trying to talk to your cousin? You lying ass bitch or whatever. And she was like, what you mean? Like, I never, she was like, what you mean? I never told your baby daddy, I mean, she was like, no, she was like, what you mean? Sorry, hold on. Okay, I'm back, y'all. So she was like, what you mean? And he was like, why you went back and told my baby mother that I was trying to talk to your cousin? So she was like, you did try to talk to my cousin. Why you lying? You did try to talk to my cousin. Mind you, y'all, I'm in my crib, knocked out in my bed. I'm in my crib, knocked out, sleep. Like, me and my kids is in my house, knocked out, sleep, right? So, boom, I didn't hear my phone because anybody know me, you know, I put my phone on silent. So, let me pull up the screenshots, y'all. Hold on. Pull up these screenshots. And I'm going to post the screenshots on the screen so y'all know I'm not lying. I'm not going to put her number in it, but... Okay, so this was Saturday, September 23rd at 12:47 a.m. She texted my phone and said, call me. And she said, you better get your baby daddy. No, she tried to call me and my phone was on silent, so I didn't see it. But I kept hearing all this commotion, so I ended up waking up. So I checked my phone and she was like, call me. Okay. So she said, as this was September 23rd, like I said, she said, call me. You better get your baby daddy before I kill his ass. I'm not the one to fuck with. So when I first seen it, I'm like, yo, who? At first, I'm like, who is this? Because, you know, the number not saved. So I'm like, who is this? Like, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, who is this? So I realized the messages up was her. So I put the question. So my bad, y'all. So she was like, you better get your baby daddy before I kill his ass. I'm not the one to fuck with. So I put the question mark. She said, call me. I said, I don't even care for real. Y'all can have that shit. I'm going back to bed. So I ended up calling her. And she was like, yeah, your baby daddy came over here to, what she said? She was like, yeah, your baby daddy was yelling at me in the hallway, blah, blah, blah. So I said what I said to her, and then I ended up hanging up because I don't got time. Like, you arguing me on the phone about something you actually did tell me. And now you and my baby father going at it. Like I told him, you dead ass wrong because you could have addressed her when you was sober and she was like, it wasn't too late. You know what I mean? So I said, I don't even care for real. So then she was like, call me again, like call her back. So I was like, I don't even care for real. Y'all can have that shit. I'm going back to bed. She said, I'm not stunting his ass. I'm about to go to sleep too. He was just talking shit about you to the nigga he was arguing with. He started with me. I didn't say shit to him. Then she goes to say, okay, then I was like, man, this is too much. And I got my kids over here. I asked his ass a question. Now it blew out of proportion. I mean, now it blew up. And she said, he do too fucking much. He's a headache. I hope he don't put his hands on you. Because if he do, I'ma jump in. I don't have a problem with you at all. So I said, man, that's besides the point. Y'all both played under my face because that's still my baby daddy at the end of the day. I'm going to pause right there. So when I was on the phone with her, my baby daddy was in my ear or whatever, screaming and yelling, talking about, since you want to tell my baby mother about your cousin, tell her about me and you. So I was looking like, me and you? So I'm like, oh, so y'all had a thing going on? So then she was like, oh, I didn't want to tell you, but he had hit me up on Tagged and wanted me to do his hair. And I told him I didn't want to do his hair because I didn't want no problems, no issues with you. So I'm like, okay. So I was asking her, like, how the conversation went after that. Like, was it just about hair or y'all was trying to fuck, whatever? She was like, oh, ask your baby daddy, ask your baby daddy. Y'all know when I say ask your baby daddy, it was more to that. You feel me? So then that's when I was like, y'all both played in my face or whatever. So I was like, yeah, that's besides the point, whatever. Y'all both played under my face because that's still my baby daddy at the end of the day. Like, that's still my baby father. Like, I don't care about none of that. Like, y'all was trying to talk low-key behind my back. So then she was like, I don't want him. And I didn't tell you that he tried to talk to me because I didn't want no problems. I don't talk to him. I don't see him. No, nothing. So then I said, I don't even care no more. Y'all got that. Just don't talk to me and I won't talk to you. And if you didn't fuck with me, then why even say hey or bother me? Like, if you don't fuck with me, why even speak to me? You feel me? Like, that's fake. I said, that's weird. I said, I really don't give a fuck for real because that's not my man. But y'all could have at least wait. I said, but y'all could have at least waited until the nigga left my crib, my house. She said, that's fine. One thing about me, I don't fuck with other people niggas. Yeah, she was like, I don't fuck with no other people niggas or whatever. And then I ended up, what happened? So then I ended up, I didn't text nothing back, and then I ended up sending her $5 because I think I had sent her $5 because I had owed her $5 for taking me right there to the dollar store. So I gave her $5. Then she gonna put the question marks, and I was like, oh yeah. And my baby daddy mentioned you was, while y'all was arguing outside in the hallway, you was like, yeah, tell your baby mother she still owe me $5. Bitch, $5? You can have $5. Like, so I sent her $5. Like, but yeah, I'm put all the screenshots up here. Like, the only thing, and then on top of that, after all of that blew out of proportion, mind you, my son and her kid, her sons go to the same school. While she was outside telling the other moms how basically she beefing with me and I've been bucking the fade. Like, do you not know who I am, baby girl? Like, never bucked the fade, and she never came up to me and said she wants to fight, none of that. Like, you never came to me and said you want to fight, none of that. Mind you, I'm not finna fight over a nigga at the time who wasn't mine. Like, if it really was that serious, yeah, I would have beat you up real quick for me and went about my business. But you never pressed the issue. I said what I said. You said what you said. That was it. We did it. But I feel like I told him, you dead ass wrong because you could have told me. You feel me? And then my baby daddy was like, man, I was drunk one night and I seen her talking to somebody. I didn't know that was her cousin. He was like, he did admit that he was gonna try to talk to the cousin, but the cousin was trying to sell him some coochie and he didn't want to pay for no coochie. So he was like, I'll pass. Like, you over here trying to throw coochie on me and I don't want the coochie. I just want to for free, for me. But I guess she wasn't having it like that and she wanted some money, and he wasn't giving her no money because his coins were still paying his bits. Like, don't play with me, you feel me? So yeah, so to this day, that was September 23rd, all of that blew up, and today is January 31st. It's a whole new year. To this day, we do not speak. And I'm never going to speak to her. I don't care if I stay here for another 10 years. I'm never speak to her because I feel like what y'all did, it was weird. Like, you was still saying hi and bye to me and texting my baby father on Tag while he in the crib or he outside, whatever the case may be. And when I looked at their messages, it was like I looked at some of it and it was like, some of it was like not too much, but some of it was like flirty, like, for me. But I feel like, bitch, you could have waited till he was out my crib. Like, y'all bitches be fiending to get the next bitch dick. Like, calm down type shit, you feel me? But I feel like that shit was weird to me because, like, what? You feel me? Like, what? But y'all, that, ooh, like, when I be thinking about it sometimes, it still made me mad because I be like, bro, like, mind you, if y'all see this lady, I wish I had a picture of this lady. If y'all see this lady, y'all gonna be like, yo, Vaughn, he did bad. Like, if first of all, if you're gonna talk to the next bitch, make sure she look like something. Like, this bitch get disability checks every month. She's not making no money. Like, her baby father pays all her bills. She don't get no money. She's in a crib. Mind you, she know I'm a braider. She know I do hair. She had did some braids on her. I was like, who did your hair? She was like, oh, I did. I was like, yeah, you must have been practicing because, baby, them braids look like a kindergarten done did it. You feel me? Like, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. But, y'all, excuse me. But, whew, that's it for my story time, y'all. On how my baby father and my neighbor tried to play in my face. Like, anywho, yeah. What was I gonna say? I have more story times to tell y'all. Do I have receipts? I'm trying to see if I got receipts to the other ones. I don't got receipts to that one. Why you not in the bed, mama? I don't got receipts to the other ones. What? Okay. But I don't think I got receipts to the other ones, but I don't know, y'all. I gotta see. But I got some juicy more story times, y'all. So if y'all like this story time, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And tell me what would you do in this situation? What would you do if you was me? Like, what would you do if you was me? Like, what would you do in my situation? Like, would you fight the girl? Would you fight your neighbor? Would you just leave it alone because you know y'all wasn't really messing around with each other for real? Or like what would you do? You feel me? Like, y'all tell me what y'all would do. And yeah. Say hi, YouTube. But yeah, y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Hey, Mama.